What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today is day 12 of cycling our new aquarium, so make sure you stay tuned to find out more. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. As always, check out those links in the description and make sure you're part of our growing Facebook group. I think we're at about 30k now, or near 30k by the time I've been shooting this video. So that is absolutely awesome, and I did not expect that, making the Facebook group around, was it, about 15 months ago now, something like that. So today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the outdoor pond or the outdoor tank, because we are now on day 12 of the cycle. Although from the first video, which was day 1, to now day 12, it's probably actually been around 20-30 days by the time you're actually seeing this video, but when this video was filmed it was day 12 of the cycle. So we're going to have a look at the outdoor pond. It is really rainy, so I will just show you through the patio doors just to show you what it looks like. We're definitely getting some algae growth now, and I'm going to do some water tests again, see if any of the parameters have changed. In this video also, we're going to be doing a 50% water change on the tank as well. I want to remove any of the dirt, any of the debris that's fallen off the trees, or any bits of leaves, etc. that have fallen in the tank. So I want to remove all those and just do a 50% water change just to freshen things up really. We are getting close now to adding fish. Obviously, I said previously we're not doing a full complete cycle as we aren't adding any ammonia or ghost feeding the tank. I just want to make sure that the algae has started to build up and there's a bit of a bacterial culture starting to grow and starting to convert a bit of that ammonia to nitrite and then obviously to nitrate. But although we aren't doing that full cycle, we're gonna just getting it started, and then we're gonna be doing a fish in cycle technically, so mixing both of those together. Now, the fish we are going to be getting, I'm really hoping they are going to be in the next 2 weeks. So I reckon in around 3 to 4 episodes, hopefully less, but I'd say around 3 to 4 episodes, we will be getting the first inhabitants to the pond. And as I've said before, they're going to be Japanese top view ranchu. I've also reserved 4 of those, and they're 4 nice tosai. Tosai are 1-year-old fish, or fish under 12 months old. That is the Japanese term for them, and hopefully we're going to be growing a really nice collection of different strains of Japanese top view ranchu and collecting them from different breeders around the UK really. So there's a few breeders I'm speaking with and in contact with, and hopefully we'll be able to get some more fish from those different sources. When I do collect the fish, I will be putting some videos up, and I will hopefully be able to get a little bit of a shot around where the breeder's facility as well, and then we'll get them in the tank. So I'm just going to show you outside, show you what the pond looks like, then we will take those water tests, then we'll do the 50% water change, and then we will wrap up the video. So catch you in a second.
A few moments later.
As you can hopefully see behind me, it is a really horrible wet day and the pond is absolutely covered in water. The water has actually filled up the pond, or the rainwater I should say, has actually really filled up the pond now. So I've got to do that 50% water change anyway, and I'm going to reduce the level. You can see, well, you might be able to see in the center of the polycarbonate cover, the water is so high that it's actually pushing up onto the covers just because we've had so much rain recently. So I'm going to go and collect some pond water now, brave it out in the UK outdoor weather. I will get a mug of water and then we can do some water tests, and then I will do that 50% water change and get the pond nice and clean and remove any of that debris that's fallen off the trees or any leaf litter, etc. like that. So I'm going to go and grab that, and I will meet you on the kitchen table and we can do some water tests. Here we've got the mug of pond water as seen in the last videos. We're going to be doing ammonia, nitrite and the nitrate test kit. So first up, we're going to start with the ammonia. hopefully we will see that that has come down a little bit, and we'll start to get a little bit of a nitrite reading. And it's always good to see where our nitrates generally sit at for this pond. The algae is definitely starting to grow, so likely those nitrates will be slowly consumed, as there is no fish in there, sorry. So now we are just adding 2 ml of water to the test vial, and then 0.5 ml of the ammonia solution. Shake for 30 seconds, and then we are adding the other half, and then in around 3 minutes we will see if there is any colour like in the last videos where we had a little bit of ammonia present. So it will be interesting to see if that has changed at all. Now we are going to go to the nitrate test, as this can take a few more minutes to develop than the other 2 tests, so it's good to get that done early so we don't have to be waiting around too long. For this one, we're just going to take 1 ml of the pond water, add 5 drops of the test solution, and then we are going to add 1 spoonful of the powder, and then we will wait approximately 3 to 5 minutes and see what colour the nitrates show up. So I'm expecting them to be around the 20 to 30 ppm mark. The tap water in this location is around 20 ppm, something like that, between 10 and 20. It does vary a little bit, so it will be interesting to see that. And then obviously once we've got the fish in there, we can then monitor those nitrate levels to see how they have increased or potentially increased. Although we are, as I said before, we are only adding a few small fish, so it's likely that we won't have too much swings on these parameters. But as the fish develop and as we get more, it will be interesting to see how these change over time, and whether we get a good algae carpet that helps reduce those nitrates, making the water quality better. So now we are going to do that nitrite test kit. Generally I find the nitrite levels show up pretty instantly within the first sort of 60 seconds. So we're just going to take 2 ml of the test solution, and then we are going to add 1 scoop of the powder, and then that is all we need to do. This one is a really simple test, and I'm hoping we will start to see a little bit of pink forming where the ammonia bacteria are eating that ammonia or consuming that ammonia and turning it into nitrite. So our cycle is starting to develop, which will be really good because it means we can add fish very soon. So I've just added the powder here, and then generally within sort of 30 seconds we will start to see that colour forming. So now we will just let those tests sit. I will give them a little bit of a stir, and we'll just wait a few minutes, just letting the time pass here. Just put it on time lapse, so it was around 3 to 5 minutes once the tests have been done, and now we can start to observe the colours and see where our test results are at. First up, we're going to check the ammonia level. So we can see that the ammonia is clear, so there is actually no ammonia present now in the water. It's completely gone, which is really good. And now we're going to check those nitrite levels, and we can see now they are creeping up a little bit. We've got between 0.1 and 0.25%. Sorry, not percent, ppm I mean, which is really good. So those filter bacteria are starting to work, and then the nitrites are fairly low, but they are sitting around that 20 mark, which is likely just due to the tap water, and we're likely not really getting any nitrate production just yet because we need the ammonia to be converted into nitrite and then into nitrate.
A few moments later.
So now that is done, I'm just going to do a quick water change. Put the camera on time lapse. Generally this takes around an hour for the water to drain. I'm also going to be adding some filter fleece in, like you can see here. This will catch any debris, and then we will be doing the water change with my 3-pod purifier. This was an RO unit that I converted to a 3-pod purifier. It has got a 5 micron membrane, then the water runs through zeolite and then through carbon. I think I've done a video focusing specifically on this filter, so if you want to go back and check the Back to Basics series, you can look into that filter and see the pros and cons to it and why I've chosen to do that. So now we've done the 50% water change, we're going to wrap up the video. That's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. As I said, hopefully it's going to be very soon when we start to get those fish. The pond cycle is slowly but surely coming along, and we're starting to see some activity in the biological sense and also the algae sense as well, especially with these longer days and longer hours of sunlight. So that's it for this video. As always, thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.